What's going on, everybody? All right, so tomorrow will probably be a high carb day. So today I'm going to show you what my low carb days, my fat burning days, diet actually looks like, to where my body ends up needing those high carb days. I know I show a lot of the high carb days, and that's not how I eat all the time. So I want you to show what the actual, I want to show you what the actual diet looks like when I'm burning fat. So I made a loaf this morning, and it is pretty much a carbless loaf. All right, no oats, no cream of rice in this one. So still tastes amazing, but it's definitely not as filling or satisfying. So might not look delicious, but still gonna taste delicious. A little bit of sugar-free syrup on there, and uh, obviously I made the mixture last night, so I'll show you the video. I did video at all just so you can see how I made it. But it's basically 2 whole eggs, a cup of egg whites, 1 scoop of protein powder, cauliflower rice, spinach, and blueberries, and that's it. All right. So like I said, it still tastes amazing, but it looks huge, but it's just fluff. It's mostly air. Um, and yeah, then I already did. I did 45 minutes of cardio this morning, 30 on the stairs, 15 on the incline treadmill. Then I trained 1 client, still fasted, and now I'm finally getting to eat before my next client gets here. So I did take all my morning supplements, which I can show you as well. My greens, mixed in with the greens was also amino acids, glutamine, creatine, and then my peptides and my fat burners. So yeah, and my coffee. I have never been much of a coffee person, but lately I have like craving it. So also I saw some, who knows how accurate the studies are, but I saw some research showing how it's not just the caffeine in coffee, but there's other things in coffee that can actually like boost the mobility and burning of like visceral fat. So helps with fatty liver and stuff like that, and anything that can help with my health and with burning fat, I'll give it a try. So I'm gonna get this meal down, and then I got 1 more client to train, and then I'm gonna smash quick arm workout. This is my low carb day, but today's Friday, by the way. Fridays are usually either a rest day or shoulders and arms. My shoulders still kind of bother me. It's starting to feel a lot better, especially with the BPC and TB500, but it's still not 100%. And I just don't want to inflame it anymore while it's getting better. So I'm going to just hit some arms today and let the shoulder rest. And so that's the plan. And then I'll show you the rest of my meals as the day goes on. I know the mixture doesn't sound good, but it still tastes amazing. Like I said, I'll still be hungry like as soon as I finish this. But the taste is there. Taste is still awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Honestly, like I really can't speak highly enough.
All right, time for meal number 3, which is the exact same as meal number 2, which I just showed you a very short clip of because I had to hurry up and run to the chiropractor, and I just ate it at the chiropractor. So I brought it with me, but I'm home and finally get to chill for a minute, and I got to get back to some clients, check-ins. I got a couple competing at the Universe next week, so got work to do, but I need some food in my belly. So the only difference between last meal and this meal is I used Melinda's black truffle hot sauce on the last one. I'm going to go with Melinda's green sauce on this one. But the meal is just green beans and 225 grams of turkey tenderloin, which is those like Jenny O's tenderloins. It's like half a gram of fat per 4 ounces. So this is like 8 ounces, so 1 gram of fat in there. So pretty much just protein, a little bit of veggies. I'm starving, but the look is coming in where we want it, and that's the goal. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to wake up needing a high carb day today. Somehow still got a really good pump during the arm session this morning. So You know, the workouts are still there. So even though it looks like I'm completely starving myself with these meals, like the training is still there. It's not degrading. So I'm not losing muscle. My strength is there. The pumps are there somehow. But anyways, I'm gonna shove and eat. You got the green beans and turkey, and it might not be much, but it's delicious. All right, meal number 4. I am freaking starving. So straight out the air fryer, got 2 pieces of chicken here, which is 200 grams of chicken, and cooked weight. By the way, all my meat is always cooked weight. If you're ever wondering, I never weigh meat before I cook it. And then celery. So yum yum. I actually enjoy celery, so it's not bad. It's just obviously once again there's nothing on this meal that's going to be super filling. Um, and then a little bit of kimchi, just because this kimchi, you know, it's good for the gut. The celery is good for the gut. So I'm not a huge fan of kimchi, to be honest with you, but all the, you know, probiotics, prebiotics, everything that helps with digestion. So I've started using a little bit of it at least once a day. Um, like I said, it's not my favorite, but it's good for me, and my digestion's been great this prep. My I've felt healthier than ever, and you know, it's just I think adding a lot more vegetables in my diet has really helped with feeling healthier, getting those antioxidants and those micronutrients. So then a little bit of buffalo sauce, and I just put it on the side because I noticed when you put it on the side, I'll use a lot less of it because I'll just dip the chicken and bite it instead of covering it all over the chicken and stuff like that. You end up using a lot more. So that's it. That is meal number 4. Yum, yum, yum. All right, meal number 5. And once again, we got a delicious one, but it'll be a little more filling than the last ones because it's got a little bit of fat in it with the steak, but still no carbs, and I'll still be hungry in like 20 minutes, but it's delicious. So we've got 200 grams of filet mignon, some asparagus, and the filet mignon was pretty big. Everything that I had to trim off to make the proper weight for my meal is Ashley's dinner. So I cut it up for her, and she's got a little bit of asparagus there too. So, because she's a princess. Anyways, that's it. 200 grams of steak, filet mignon, and some asparagus. Got one more meal after this, and then I can pass out, wake up, weigh in, take check-ins, and most likely have an amazing high carb day to fill back out. But I think I'm going to wake up. I think we're going to look pretty good. I think we're pretty close at this point. I did a little bit of posing after the arm workout earlier, and I'm pretty close to where I need to be. So it's exciting. Still got 5 weeks to go, but I'm gonna eat this because I'm freaking starving. I don't want it to get cold, so I'm gonna enjoy this. We just started watching that new show Countdown on Prime. Pretty cool. Good so far. Only one episode in, but it's good so far. So watch another episode of that and chill. Ooh, all right. Final meal of the night, and it's like dessert. We got a pancake. Once again, pretty much no carbs here, but it's basically similar to what I did for breakfast. Instead of making it as a loaf, I did it as the pancake, but it's just 1 cup of egg whites, 1 scoop of protein powder, so 50 grams of protein total there, and then a ton of spinach and 80 grams of strawberries, which is like 10 carbs. So that's it for this. I just put all that in the blender, blended it up, and I am going to get some, instead of doing whole eggs, I put whole eggs in the one this morning. I'm getting my fats from some almond butter because putting almond butter on this, oh, It is freaking amazing. So that is dinner, and this is so delicious. Obviously, it's even better if you can have carbs like cream of rice or oats in there as a base, to make it more filling and everything. But it's still very, very tasty this way. It's just not as satiating, obviously. But I will enjoy it, and then I will pass out. So 20 grams of almond butter, and then I'll get some sugar-free syrup put on there, and that's it. Beautiful pancake for my final meal of the night. And then hopefully I get some good sleep and wake up shredded and ready to eat a lot of food tomorrow. That's the plan. So I'm going to eat this, pass out. All right, good morning after a good night's rest after that low carb day, almost no carb day. And I woke up at a new low weight, lighter than I actually expected to be, and check-in pictures look good. So I took Broly for a walk, had my cup of coffee, got a little bit of work done, and I'm ready to freaking start eating. So now you're going to see the difference between that fat burning diet low day and a refill of the glycogen on a high carb day. So the loaf made just like the one yesterday morning, everything blended up, except this time we just have 460 grams of egg whites, 120 grams of cream of rice, 150 grams of blueberries, no vegetables in this one, and one banana sliced up on top. So this is going to be delicious. What I find though on these high carb days is, even though you would think I'd be, oh, this is so much more filling than the one yesterday with the vegetables and no carbs really, besides a little bit of blueberries, this will actually get me more hungry. Like, because of the carbs and everything, I will be ravenous throughout the day. So it's good, but it'll boost my metabolism so crazy that like my appetite will be insane today. But I'm looking forward to this. We're gonna eat good because like I said, woke up lighter than I expected. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's delicious. And it's leg day, so I'm gonna use this. Tomorrow's back day, which is when this will really get used. This first meal might be processed and in there to help me push through leg day, but the rest of the meals today are going to help with recovery from the leg workout and with pushing me hard on back day tomorrow. They don't just instantly give you that boost. So I'm going to enjoy this, and I'll show you the rest of my meals as the day goes on. All right, I'm freaking starving. This is later than I wanted to eat this meal, but it's been a busy morning. I had to go train a couple clients and also did some squats while I was at the gym, because why not? It's a high carb day. I'll get the heavy stuff out of the way, just that I won't do in the garage later. So I did some barbell squats, some adductors, and some single leg curls just to get a little pump in there. Nothing crazy. The quad focus workout will be done after a few more meals. So we've got, how many pieces are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18 in each of these. So this is going to be freaking delicious. So 18 tuna, 18 tuna, 18 salmon. And it's just fish and rice, nothing added into it, no avocado, no cream cheese or nothing like that. I like it like this anyways. And then one blueberry muffin. So that's meal number 2. I'm going to get this down. Like I said, I'm freaking starving. So this is going to be a treat. It's like I forgot how to use. There we go. I figured it out. Yeah, this is going to go down easy. I'm going to get this down, chill for a minute, get back to a couple clients that sent check-ins, and I'll see you at meal 3. All right, meal number 3, and pretty simple. We got 6 ounces of turkey tenderloin, 225 grams of rice, which is just this entire packet. These things, by the way, are so freaking good. So much better than like the Uncle Ben's or whatever. Also, it's cooked in bone broth, so there's actually like 11 grams of protein in this, which is another reason why I only went with 6 ounces of turkey when normally I'm doing at least 8 in most meals. But also on a high carb day, all the carbs are, protein sparing for your body, so you don't really need as much protein on a high carb day. And then I've got a coffee cake muffin this time. I had a blueberry in the last one. And then I'm going to round off the amount of carbs I need with fruit. This big bowl of fruit is, so I'll measure it out, but I want a total of 200 grams of carbs in this meal. And this packet is 90, and this muffin is 96. So that doesn't leave much room, but I'll get a few little nice pieces of fruit to round it off. There's not a ton of carbs in kiwi and strawberry and pineapple, so it'll be a nice little refreshing bite at the end of this meal. And then honestly, this turkey's so good and that rice is so good, it doesn't really need sauce, but I might put a little bit of this Melinda's green sauce on there just for a little extra flavor. So that's meal number 3. I'm gonna get one more meal in before I work out and destroy legs. I'm gonna get the most insane freaking pump ever. The squats this morning, I didn't go crazy. I only went up to 420 for a set of 10. But that was only after one meal, and I wasn't really energized yet. So, but I got that heavy-ish, I guess, set out of the way. And I'm just gonna really focus on, control, stretch, full range of motion, and crazy pump. I'm still going to go as heavy as I can, but I'm not going to go for sets of 6 or 7. I'm going to go heavy as I can for, sets of 10 to 12, or on the leg press, probably 15 to 20, and just blast them, get them so full of nutrients and blood that they're about to explode. So anyways, I'm going to shut up and eat, and I'll show you my pre-workout meal in a couple hours. All right, time for my pre-workout meal finally, and pretty much the same as the last meal, except no fruit and no muffin. Instead of the muffin, I've got 4 slices of sourdough toast. I'm gonna put a little bit of jam on there. So they're 25 grams of carbs each. So that's 100 grams of carbs. Same amount of rice as the last meal. So I got 6 ounces of turkey, 225 grams of rice, and the only reason I do this is because those muffins are pretty high in fat, which is great when you're trying to get a lot of dense calories in without eating crazy, like high amount of volume of food. But pre-workout, I don't want all those fats because I'm going to take a little bit of insulin for this one, just being 100% honest. And I want that pump. I want to shuttle all those nutrients. And if you know anything about that stuff, it's a storage hormone that it will store whatever you eat. So if you're eating fat, it's going to store fat. So if you're going to take that, not that I recommend it because I rarely do it, but I'm eating a lot of carbs today, and it's just going to help out with processing, storing those, shuttling the nutrients, and relieve the strain on my pancreas from producing enough insulin. Anyways, but you don't want to eat a bunch of fat if you're doing that. So right before I work out, all these carbs, it's going to shuttle them right where I'm about to train. So that's the plan. So a lot of carbs here, not much fat. I think there's like 1.5 grams of fat in the rice, 1 gram of fat, not even a gram of fat in the turkey. And then each slice of bread maybe has 1 gram of fat. That muffin, I think, has like 40 grams of fat just in the muffin. So anyways, this is pre-workout meal. And then I will also have 50 grams of intra-workout carbs mixed in my EAAs. So I'll have another 50 grams of carbs while I'm training. First, I got to get this down, let it digest for, about 45 minutes before I go out there and kill it.
The whole nation is depending on you. They cry out for a hero.
All right, post-workout meal. We got 100 grams of carbs from Frosted Krispies and 50 grams of whey protein. I'll make this short and sweet because I'm freaking hungry, ready to get this down and chill for a bit. That was a brutal workout. All right, final meal of the night. I'm exhausted. It was one of those leg workouts, I guess probably because just the abundance of food today that I didn't feel like I did enough. So I probably did too much because I never felt like I was done. And then when I stood up from the couch to go get this food, I realized my legs were destroyed, wrecked, and maybe I pushed a little too hard. But it's okay. I'm going to eat this and get a good night's sleep, rest and recover, and then put all of this food to good use on a killer back session tomorrow. But anyways, enough said. We got 2 double cheese butter burgers from Culver's, 1 large fry, and big bowl of fruit. So I might not finish the fruit, but I'm gonna eat a good bit of it. That's gonna be my dessert for the night. So that's the final meal. I don't usually get the fries from Culver's. I usually cook my own in the air fryer, but I didn't have any to cook. I didn't prepare. So I usually do that. It saves a lot of calories from the fats because I cook them in the air fryer. But these aren't bad. And I did not have any fats in my pre-workout like I would normally have a muffin. So it'll be all right. Anyways, I'm going to enjoy this. I love fruit, so that is a dessert for me. This whole meal is a dessert for me. And we're going to watch a movie and then pass out. I don't know about y'all, but Culver's is where it's at. Those are the burgers, man. Take this over In-N-Out or any of that crap any day.